Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am talking about another MLM company. We are reviewing LimeLight by Alcone, which is a makeup line. The distributor messaged and reached out to me. She asked if I would be willing to review some of her products. I have 2 lip products, a foundation right here, it's like a cream foundation, and then she also sent me a eyeliner, but it was on back order, so it didn't get shipped with these items, and for some reason I never got it. I honestly think it might have gotten stolen from off of my doorstep, so I'm really sorry that I'm not able to review that item for you guys as well today, but we are going to talk about these items and what I think about them. I'm wearing the foundation and this lip gloss right now. I just want to remind you guys that I am not a distributor. I am working with a distributor, however, and so her information is down in the description box below. Whenever I do these honest MLM reviews for you guys, I just have distributors reach out to me and ask me to review their stuff. So I was sent these items for free. However, I am not making any money off of any of the sales or anything like that. I just wanted to be a resource for you guys of, you know, an honest reviewer of these MLM products that I feel like don't get very much attention because the only people reviewing them are distributors, and so you never know if you can trust what they're saying. So if you want to see me apply these products, do swatches, and then give you my thoughts on them, then just keep watching. It is a cream foundation. I'll do a swatch right now for you so you can see it on my finger, and then there it is on my wrist. This is actually a great opportunity to talk about one of the things I do not like about the product. Let me zoom you in real close. It almost makes my skin look more wrinkly where the product is, and that was really weird for me because it's also doing the same thing on my skin. I'm going to insert footage right here of me applying the foundation. I have tried it with a couple of different primers. The primer that I'm using today is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Some of the great things about the foundation are it's compact, it's easy to take on the go, it's really, really easy to apply. I've used it both with a wet beauty blender as well as with like this foundation brush, and I actually prefer the foundation brush because, surprisingly enough, it gives a lighter finish than with a damp beauty blender. I just found that because it's a cream product, I was like taking my damp beauty blender and like smushing it in this product, and I would pick up so much that it was really, really hard for me to control how much I was putting on my face. Whereas with the brush, I could just lightly dust over the surface and then lightly dust on my face, and it seemed to be a smoother, softer, less thick application of the product. So I do prefer it with a brush. It feels really weird, especially when you're applying it with a foundation brush, because it feels powdery as it's applying. It doesn't feel wet or creamy, really. It kind of feels like it's already turned to powder as you're applying it. So it's a very, very interesting formula. Even though it doesn't feel very thick or cakey, and even though I know I wasn't using as much product because I only just lightly dusted into the pan when I was applying it, I still feel like it looks kind of heavy and kind of cakey. It's emphasizing my pores. It is settling into my fine lines. Like, I've got some creasing in my smile lines, which normally doesn't happen with other foundations. My pores just are really noticeable, and they look like there's product buildup in them, and it just kind of looks heavy. I just wish that it looked a little bit better. I'll get up real close. I didn't set this foundation with any powder, so I guess that gives you a little bit of perspective. I don't know if you can see the little smile lines or the buildup that's happening there. And then the same under my eyes and around my nose. I just don't love the way that it's looking. I wish it looked a little bit more natural and more skin-like. One of the other things that I don't like about this product is you can really tell that it is still a shade too dark for me, and I was sent the very lightest shade, so that lets me assume that they don't have that good of a shade range, and you know, I just wish that they had my shade. I could have pulled this foundation down along my neck or hit it with some bronzer, but for the sake of the review, review. I didn't do that today just so that you could see what it really is like. But the things that I like about it is it's instant full coverage. Like, I didn't feel like I needed to use concealer or anything like that. Like, it covered all of the imperfections. Like, you can't really even tell that I have freckles. And it's easy to apply. It's lightweight and compact. It feels good on my skin. I didn't notice it breaking me out or anything. Products went over top of it really nicely. Like, I didn't have any skipping or pulling or anything like that with my bronzer, blush, and highlight. And I didn't feel the need to set the foundation either. So there are some good things about it, and there are some cons. Now let's talk about the lip gloss. This is the shade that I have on right now. It's in the shade Wish. The packaging is beautiful. It's got all of these studs and a mirror on the other side so you can apply it on the go really easily. It smells amazing, like frosting or something super sweet. I like the opacity of the color. Like, it's just enough to let you see that there's something on my lips, but it will also show the lipstick underneath as well. It isn't as thick as like a liquid lipstick or anything like that. It is a thicker, stickier type of lip gloss, but I don't get like those strings or anything like that when I separate my lips. Very, very comfortable, and really I like the color. It's pretty. However, I will say, if you wanted a super, super cheap dupe that doesn't smell as good and the packaging doesn't look as good, but it is basically the exact same product when you put it on your lips, the shade Piranha by ColourPop is a really, really, really close dupe. So I'm going to do this LimeLight one first, just show you a swatch on my wrist. Just ignore this bruise. I was in the ER this weekend, and that was where they put in the IV, so it is gnarly, but just ignore that and we'll look at these swatches. So this is Wish by LimeLight, and then this is Piranha by ColourPop. So I think the Wish one is slightly cooler toned. This guy is ColourPop, this guy is LimeLight. But as far as formula, they're very, very similar. The packaging is just a little bulky for me. I wish it was a little bit more sleek, because I'm not one of these like glitz glam types of girls that likes all of this type of sparkle. I'd much rather it be slim and compact so that I can take it with me on the go. But for a little fun piece of, I don't know, sparkle in my makeup drawer, it definitely does catch my eye, and it is beautiful. I don't think anyone would argue that. Like, it's fun. Now let's talk about the other product and the final product that I'm able to review, and this is the Enduring Lip Color. So it's like their version of a liquid lipstick. I don't have the shade written on the package. That is one of the things that I forgot to mention about the foundation. It doesn't say the shade name on the package anywhere, which I wish it did, so that it would be easy to reorder your shade when you're done. And for situations like this where I'm on YouTube and I'm telling you and I need to reference what shade I am for you guys, I wish that that information was included, especially because I didn't actually purchase these myself. I was just sent them, and so I don't know what shade to tell you guys, but they do have it listed on the lip gloss, and then for some reason they don't have it on the liquid lipstick. So I'm pretty sure the shade of this one was maroon or macaroon. I think it was macaroon, but I'm not positive. First, we'll swatch it on my wrist. It's like super, super opaque. A really, really, really good color payoff. Like, that's a good swatch for just one dip of the color. It does dry down to matte, and I found that it was mostly transfer proof once it dries down. It isn't 100% transfer proof, like, you know, like the outer rim or any of those spots where you apply the liquid lipstick just a little thick. Like, those are the spots that seem to transfer still. And then, like, after a couple of kisses, they don't transfer anymore unless you like lick your lips or eat something, and then it will transfer again until it dries down. So it's that type of a formula, but I really, really did like the formula of this. So now let's put it on my lips. It's not liquidy, but it's not moussey. It's like a hybrid in between those two, where It isn't runny or liquidy like you feel like it's gonna go everywhere, but it also isn't moussey, so it's just really, really comfortable and easy to apply. I felt like I could get a really sharp line even without the use of any like lip liner. I only need to do one coat in order to get that full opacity, even with a slightly darker color like this one, which normally could look pretty patchy. It only takes a second to dry down. We are almost already there, but I'm getting a little bit of transfer. And it isn't completely transfer proof, but even though some of that lipstick did transfer, the opacity is still there on my lips. So I don't mind that it transfers. It isn't tacky. You know how some liquid lipsticks like make your lips stick together? It doesn't do that. It just feels like a second skin on my lips. So it's really, really comfortable. Even at the end of the day, after wearing it all day, my lips don't feel like the life has been sucked out of them, like it's totally dry. It's a very, very comfortable liquid lipstick. And the scent, although the scent doesn't linger, it's not like I can still smell it, but in the initial application, the scent is really yummy too. It's very similar to their lip gloss in that like sweet, frostingy, like buttercream or something. I'm terrible at describing scents, so if any of you have any like recommendations on how to learn how to describe scents, or if you know how to describe these scents, then write them down in the comments below. But they just smell yummy to me. Something food-like and sweet. That's all that I'll say about their scents. Yeah, let me just do one more close-up now that the liquid lipstick has dried. Last but not least, I wanted to show you guys what the lip gloss looks like on top of this liquid lipstick. Normally, I don't wear lip glosses on top of liquid lipsticks just because the whole point of a liquid lipstick is that it's like basically transfer proof. But I do like to add just a little pop of this lip gloss in the center of my lips right here. Just to make them look extra pouty and give it a slight ombre, you know, to the lips where it's a little darker in the outer corners. This lip would transfer all over everything now that I've put this lip gloss on top of it. So if you're worried about that, then don't do this. But if you're curious what they look like on top of each other, here you go. So now for my final thoughts. I really, really like both of these lip products. I think they're comfortable and they do a great job and they have great opacity and they smell nice and they're packaged beautifully and there isn't anything that they're doing wrong. However, I do think that you can find alternatives for these that are cheaper. So if you are someone who is a distributor of these and you get it at a discounted price, or if you want to help out a friend who sells these and you want to shop through your friend instead of shopping through a big box store or through Sephora or something like that, then they're a good buy. I would recommend them. I just wish that they were a little bit cheaper, since you can find dupes like this ColourPop one, for example, that are significantly cheaper and that do basically the same thing. So I do really, really like them. Do I think that they're worth their price tag? Yeah, because they're similar to lipsticks that I would get at Sephora, and I pay that much money there, and they really do have similar formulas. But I guess just know that if you are on a budget and you don't want to invest this much in something, that you can find similar products that perform just the same. Now, as far as this foundation, sadly, I don't think I will wear this, mostly because I don't think that the finish of this is something that I like in real life. In camera, it looks beautiful. In fact, I'm wearing this foundation in the little mini commercial that comes up on my page if you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, but it's also the video that's entitled like, "Hi, I'm Valeri Jones," or something like that. I'll link it down in the description box below. But in my page commercial, I'm wearing this foundation. So if you want to see it in action in another way, then you can see it there. I self-tanned that day, so it matches my skin a lot better. I also am wearing it in these pictures, and I'll pop up a couple right here where I was doing a photo shoot and I chose to wear this because it is so full coverage. It gives a nice, like, matte finish to the face. It looks beautiful, but when you get right up close, or if you're looking at someone in person and you like see the movement of their face, you can start to tell that it's a little thick or like a little bit cakey looking. I wish that there was like a perfect solution for it and I found the right primer in order to make it work, but I just haven't found that yet. I would appreciate your guys' suggestions down below, because when I do self-tan, this is a perfect shade fit for me. So I do enjoy the product. I just don't know that I enjoy it for like normal everyday use. It's a very, very targeted use that I have found for this foundation. So I don't know if this necessarily gets my recommendation. If you're looking for a cream product that gives a very powdery finish and is comfortable, and you happen to have no dry spots and teeny pores and no wrinkles, then this is perfect for you. But I just felt like it emphasized those things on my skin, and it doesn't match my skin tone. And so for those reasons, it is in the back of my foundation drawer, and I probably won't be using it very often. And then, like I mentioned, she also did send me the eyeliner. I just never received it, and so I think it really got stolen, because on my notifications it said that it arrived at my door. So I don't know what happened there. I'm really sorry, but I've heard that it's good. So if you were interested in a new liquid eyeliner, then you could check those out. The distributor's information is all down in the description box below. You can check her out, shop even more products. She only sent me these products. This is not the entire line by any means. So if you're interested, give them a look. Check out her website. Because I know you guys are going to ask me about my hair, I have linked the curling iron that I used in order to give myself these curls down in the description box below. Don't forget to check that out. I love that curling iron, and it comes with 5 different attachments. So you can do teeny, teeny, teeny tight little curls like this, or really, really big, loose, beachy wave curls as well. So that is linked down in the description box below, as well as all of the products that I've talked about today. But yeah, I just thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate that feedback, and that support to my channel helps me so much. So thank you for doing that, and I guess I will just see you guys in my next video. Bye!